Today we are going to deal with Ielts speaking. There are a lot of confusions among students regarding the Ielts speaking, how it is done, how it is performed, and how long it takes usually, and how many sentences we need in each question. So, like these confusions are quite common among students. Therefore, I am going to explain to you regarding Ielts speaking, how it is done, and how do you have to perform, and what are the things are normally evaluated in speaking. So mostly whenever I ask students, they have different opinions regarding the answers. We have to just answer the question, and it is not at all necessary to answer the question according to the question. And there is confusion regarding the answers, how many sentences we have to give. Mostly students say that we have to give 2 sentences, 3 sentences, like there are different opinions. So today, I will clearly explain to you how many sentences we have to give in each question and what is the criteria they usually follow in marking for 9 band. These things I will explain to you clearly and you will be able to understand properly what is speaking and how you have to perform. Firstly, I would like to explain to you it is an interview. It lasts for almost 12 to 15 minutes. In some cases, from my experience, it continued up to 30 minutes, and some examiners completed the speak in 5 minutes too. So the common usual criteria means it continues up to 12 to 15 minutes. And there is one examiner and one candidate will be in a room. The examiner will ask different questions and you have to answer each question. So that is the speaking generalized criteria. And it is divided into 3 parts: part 1, part 2 and part 3. What is part 1? Part 1 usually asks the questions about your personal life, especially it is regarding your hometown, your habits, your hobby, and some kind of related to your studies. Some kind of questions are there in the first part. Whereas in the part 2, it is called the cue card. You will get or you will be given 1 minute to prepare for the topic, and you have to answer 1 to 2 minutes continuously. You have to complete the 2 minutes. You have to speak minimum 1 minute, and it can be up to 2 minutes. And it is a part 2, and there is a part regarding the questions of part 2 cue card. So like it is divided into 3 parts. And what is the evaluation criteria? In the evaluation criteria, mainly 4 things are evaluated in against your performance. The assessment mainly, first one, fluency and coherence. The second criteria is lexical resources. Third one, grammatical range and accuracy. Fourth one is pronunciation. And what is fluency and coherence? Fluency, from the word itself, you understand that fluency, what it is mean. You have to continue or keep on talking, and it should be eligible, and you have to avoid all the repetitions and all. So that is called fluency. And the coherence, what does it mean by coherence? Coherence means that there should be proper order in your answer, and it should be clear, and the ideas should be connected properly. So that is called the fluency as well as coherence. And the next is the lexical resources. What is lexical resources? Lexical resources means vocabulary. You should use apt vocabulary or suitable vocabulary for each your answer. And make sure that you do not repeat your vocabulary, or you do not repeat words frequently. Means you have to use common words as well as uncommon words. What is mean by uncommon words? For example, even the case of important, in the case of important, each and everyone knows the word important. The people, those who do not know the spelling of important, they also use the word important. So it is called a quite common word. And we have to use uncommon words. What is uncommon word for the same word important? You have to go for significance, another word. So like uncommon words need to be used in speaking so you can score better. And you should avoid the repetition of word. Once you use the important, you should avoid the word important. You can go for significant, or the next time you can go for vital. So such kind of different words need to be used in each answer. And the next 2 criteria is grammatical range and accuracy. That means you need to use proper grammar for each of your answers. So the third criteria. Fourth one, pronunciation. And there is a confusion regarding pronunciation. Many people say that you have to pronounce according to the foreigner how he or she speaks. There is not any kind of such requirement. Already you know that it is not much possible to learn the exact pronunciation from our country. Even it is possible once you spend a lot of time for learning the pronunciation continuously, hours and hours. Once you start speaking or after listening the local native speakers, Words, once you repeat, you can learn the pronunciation. I don't say that it is impossible, it is possible, but for IELTS speaking, it is not at all required. You have to perform well. And once you use the proper word, just like in the northern side, people usually said, they say jed, like that there is a pronunciation differences. So you have to use the proper pronunciation for scoring 9 bands. So these are the primary requirements of speaking. As I told you, you have to speak all it. You have to continue the speaking almost 10 to 12 minutes. That is the main thing. And I'll just explain to you how to prepare the cue card in the next session. I hope that it is very much convincing to you. And one of the problem mainly students regarding the answers, how many sentences you should have for each question. And some students say that you have to send in the first part you have to complete with 2 sentences, second part you the cue card, and third part you have to give 3 sentences of answer. And I will say that there is no such kind of criteria or limit in sentences. In the part one, some questions you may be able to answer with 3 or 4 sentences. For some question, you may be give only 1 or 2 sentences answer will be over. So there is no such kind of criteria. So you have to give the clear answer which is apt to the question and which is suitable, and which you should give a suitable answer for the question. And there is no any kind of requirement you have to give 3 sentences, 4 sentences like that. And the part two, as I explained to you, you have to speak minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes. Whereas a part 3 also the same criteria you need to follow. You need to give a clear answer which is suitable to the question, and there should be coherence, there should be proper sequence in answering. So the answer should be clear, and there should be whatever the question you are asked, you have to give the answer to the question why. Why is the very important question in philosophy as well as in the IELTS speaking, and the exam will repeat the question why. So your answer should be clear. You should give answer. You need to give why questions answer in all the questions. The answer will be perfect. So you should give a perfect answer for each question. It can be in a 2 sentences, it can be in a 3 sentences. Once the examiner is satisfied, they skip to next question. Once the examiner is satisfied, they move to the next question. So you have to satisfy the examiner or assessor how you perform, and you should be competent enough to perform. So that is the main criteria of speaking. I hope that it is very much clear to you. And in the next session I'm going to explain to you how to prepare the cue card and how you can make the cue card quite easier. I hope it is convincing, and even if you need any further clarification, you can contact me at any time. We are from Ace Campus for English.